Before I directly answer the rest of this question, we just all have to take our hats off to this guy. 5'9", doing the things he did. When you're second all-time in a playoff game in terms of scoring for the Celtics, Larry Bird, Paul Pierce, Havlicek, I mean, a million guys who scored 1 million points in 1 million playoff games, and you have the second most. You missed the record by 1. This guy is amazing, and for years, Stephen A., I was in L.A. on the radio begging the buses to sign Isaiah Thomas, who was signed, by the way, for under $7 million a year through his prime.
Will you stop hedging your bets? Just say what you got to say.
Don't worry about what I do.
You get ready. Just go. Just get to the point, Max.
Go ahead. I always do. Through his mid to late 20s, his absolute prime, most underpaid guy in sports. He's amazing. And maybe if the question were, who elevates the most over their standard production in the clutch moments, the answer would be Isaiah Thomas. But that's not the question. The question is, who is the best fourth quarter player in the NBA? And the answer is the same guy who's the best first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter player in the NBA. The same guy when you're watching the game, either at the arena or on TV, you believe that team's going to win when the fourth quarter starts in a close game because that team has this guy on their side. And, of course, I'm talking about LeBron James. If the question begins, who's the best, and the subject is basketball, the answer is LeBron James. He is, among other things, the best fourth quarter player in the world.
Here's the bottom line. We're not asking about who's the best player. We're asking about who's performed better in the fourth quarter this particular season. That's what we're talking about here. I mean, this is the thing that absolutely kills me about you. Why do we even need to discuss basketball if we listen to you? Because your default position on everything is LeBron James. I mean, so why talk about anybody else then? Because he's the best player in the world. So as a result, he's the best player in the fourth quarter. He's the best player. And listening to you, Max Kellerman, LeBron James does everything but go and get lunch for players. Okay? Why talk about anybody? Why bring up Steph Curry? Why bring up Russell Westbrook? Why bring up James Harden? Why bring up Kawhi Leonard? Why bring up Kevin Durant?
This is how Karl Malone and Charles Barkley have MVPs. This attitude is why they have MVPs instead of Jordan.
That's right, because what I'm saying to you is this. We all recognize who the best is, but it doesn't take away from when you perform at pivotal moments. What we saw from a guy like Isaiah Thomas, in terms of his perimeter shooting, his ability to get to the basket, his ability to close at the free throw line if necessary. What he did last night, 29 points in the fourth quarter and overtime compared to just 30 total for the Washington Wizards. Absolutely sensational. We're not saying he's better than LeBron James. What we're asking is, based on what you've seen in the fourth quarter of the NBA this season, whose hands do you want the ball in? Let me tell you why I might not want LeBron. First of all, when it comes to closing, it's really Kyrie. In case you didn't notice, it's really Kyrie.
Closing, what do you mean, the last minute or two in a close game?
I'll let you talk. Zip it, Maximus. I'll let you talk. Here's the deal. Not only that, LeBron James is suspect at the free throw line. That's a fact. There's nothing wrong with it. He's still the greatest in the world, but he's suspect at the free throw line. Let me ask you, Max, a generic question. Let me ask you this question, and your answer on this question, this long question, don't go down the block, up the hill, around the court of the Yankee Stadium. Stay right here. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you this question. Answer it directly. On the free throw line alone, are you comfortable with LeBron James at the free throw line in the fourth quarter?
Yes, I am.
Lies! You are not allowed to talk basketball anymore. There's nothing to talk about.
Do you recall the finals from last year with the game on the line and his wrist jacked up so he missed the first one and then had to recalibrate everything to hit the second one, which iced the game?
He normally shoots about 70%. He normally shoots about 70%.
Sure.
He'll make more than he misses.
Yes,
that is not my question. That is not my question.
Do I feel comfortable with LeBron with the game on the line at the line? Yes, I do.
Compared to Isaiah Thomas, who do you want at the free throw line?
Free throw line, Isaiah Thomas.
Free throw.
Yes.
All right, well, at least you have some sense. You're willing to admit the obvious. So congratulations on that. That's my point. In other words, what I'm saying to you is we know that Isaiah is not better than LeBron, but in moments, what do you prefer? Based on what we're seeing, in terms of his fourth quarter performances this year, not just his ability to score from the field, but his ability to get to the free throw line, his quickness, being a lefty, unorthodox, which is what you pointed to the other day because you said it's a bit tricky to guard him because he's a lefty. All of those things are serving as a point to buffer the argument that this dude in the fourth quarter may be the most elite player right now.
He is the best.
You can't give him credit for that?
He is the best little southpaw since Pernell Whitaker was in his prime, Stephen A. Smith. I love me some Isaiah Thomas.